All right, guys. So in this video, we're going to be talking about organizing events and tasks within Begin and integrating that also with our Google Calendar to make sure that we're staying organized and living and dying by our calendar. One of the things in the early years that really caused me to struggle in this business and be stressed at work and at home was the frustrations about having everything all over and not knowing what was due when, or when I had this or that, and not being prepared because I was unorganized. So this system is really going to help us be organized, and you want to make sure you're implementing these tasks and events right away. So let's just jump right into this and how to go over it. So looking at our Begin platform, if we go into activities, we'll be able to see all events we might have through Begin, but really the golden thing here is tasks. So when I just go to my open tasks, I can see the different things that I need to do. So I need to check and see if a client was approved and cancel a rural neighbor policy because I had to put 2 through for them. I need to touch base with this ride along. I still need to follow up with him. So you can see here all of the different tasks, and I can sort them by date by clicking on due date. So if I click on due date, it's going to sort from the most pressing to the least pressing, all the way down to a recruit that wanted me to follow up with her in 6 months. So these are all really good things. So how do we set this up? How do we do this? So how we set up a task is we can come into any one person's file. We would go to activities and we can click create task. And then we can name it, follow up for whatever reason, put the due date. Is this a repeating thing? Do I want a reminder? So let me, put follow, put a due date of the 13th and do a reminder on due date at 8 a.m. And so that would send me an email, I believe, and also notify me on the CRM here, mark it as a high priority or mark it as completed. And then I would click save, and then that activity would be associated with this account. The other thing I can do is click event and put an event name, and that's going to put it not just on the event calendar, but if I click on settings, would be under toppings, I can make sure that my Google Calendar is linked to this. Now, as far as events goes, guys, I don't personally like doing it through Begin. I like just going directly to my Google Calendar and putting in the specific event or thing that I need to do here. The other beautiful thing about our system is when you log your client sales, it's going to automatically put your client's birthday and phone number. So I'm going to call on August 4th and wish Miss Susan a happy birthday. And Miss Stacy Haley has a birthday on the 5th as well. And so you can see, I also have my appointment where the lunch scheduled with the senior center that we had talked about in a previous video. So that's what I like to do when I have an event or an appointment with somebody. I'll just go right into my Google Calendar. Another way, though, going back to tasks that you can add tasks, is you can see right here this little checkbox. That means there's a task still pending that needs to be done. But you can click on this little plus sign and click create a task. And if you click on the plus sign, you could see open activities, check if they received their policy, this client follow up on her and her husband's Medicare needs. So these are really cool ways to see really quickly. If you have to send a quick email to the person, you can click the email there. If you need to make a call, you can call. And this system, Begin, guys, has a really good app interface. So over the phone and over the iPad, so you can download the app and call off your phone. And I've said that in a previous video, it will actually log to the client's activity record. So all these things are really great. And when you add a task, so let's just do a test one here, meet with her sister when she is back from vacation. On the due date, she told me she'd be done at the end of July, made his life. Sister name is Sally, right? And I would click save. Then if I go to my activities, at the end of July, July 31st, meet with her sister when she's back from vacation. and I can mark this as completed. I can delete it. I'm just going to delete it. If you delete it, it totally gets rid of it. If you mark it as complete, it will stay as a task that once happened, and you can look it under all tasks or closed tasks, ones that you have already completed. And so this is a super, super useful tool, guys. You cannot log enough tasks. You cannot be too thorough in how you're following up with people, because those are the things that lead to referrals, better quality of business, and really a better quality of life for us, because we're organized, we're on top of the things that we need to do. So make sure to utilize the system of tasks. Make sure you're using your Google Calendar and putting events on there. And then, guys, one more thing I want to reiterate in this video is when you are logging a client sale and you put a follow-up date and then put a reason for it, this follow-up reason, if you write something else in or send the reduced paid up form or cancel policy or sell the Medicare or whatever, that goes into your tasks. So that shows up as a task associated with the client's deal in your pipeline. So make sure when you're logging the sale too, when you're right there in the house, if there's anything you need to do, put the follow-up date and the follow-up reason, and make sure to put that in so it comes to your tasks. And you are seeing this every day when you look at this first thing in the morning and then in the evening. So you're following up and staying on top of things. So that's all I have for you guys for this video. It's a super useful tool to be logging tasks and events. Great way to stay organized. And I will see you in the next one.